Okay. So, guys, what are the MS Office component?
MS of
MS Word,
MS
Word,
Word,
Excel,
Excel,
PowerPoint,
PowerPoint,
Access.
Outlook,
So we
Outlook.
have
MS
MS
Outlook,
Word, we have Excel, we have
RDBMS.
Outlook, we have RDBMS, we have PowerPoint for Access for RDBMS, we have PowerPoint for the presentation. So these are the main component which is required for an analyst or data scientist to work across MS Office skill. So whenever you are applying for a job, they might have written that you should be proficient in MS Office skills. So that means they're asking for these are the 5 tools which you are getting an expert level of understanding. Okay. Next, how does Excel reporting architect happens? Guys, when you are working in Excel, I showed that PPT multiple times that we get the database file. It could be
OLTP.
no, it's not
All,
about OLTP. So we are getting data from the database server. Could be SQL, could be Oracle, could be any database server in this world. Or we can get data from flat file, which is called CSV file, Excel file, and TXT file. We have to connect this file or we import this data to Excel file. Once you get data to Excel, we go for Excel data reading, manipulation, analysis, summary reporting, and creating that summary
summary
reports for
reports.
decision making, right?
Yep.
Now, this creates summary reports into a dashboard, and the dashboard is going to the final presentation to the business to tell them about what exactly happening to the business. Are you getting this, guys?
Yes,
So
sir.
this is how this is called Excel reporting architect. Now, when we talk about we have a 4 data-driven task in Excel, what does that mean? The first one, accessing the data. So you are connecting to different database server or flat files to get data. So once you connect this data, you take it to the Excel file. Now the next part is data management. What you do in this data management, you take the data, you form it into a structured form. It's a tabular form of the data. Can you see this? You go for cleaning of the blank records. You try to make this data completely ready for the analysis. Are you getting this, guys?
Yes, sir.
Now, the next step is going for analysis. So we go for analyzing the data. So how do you go for analyzing the data? You take a pivot table, you go for summarizing the data. You try to present that analysis into a graphical way. Are you getting this? Then
Yes,
the
sir.
final one is called data visualization, where you create the report that has to be presented. So your data visualization will look like this way. Can you see this? Guys, are you getting this?
Yes, yes.
yes,
Okay.
sir.
So this is called 4 data-driven task for a data scientist. Doesn't matter whether it is Excel, whether it is Access, whether it is SQL, whether it is R, whether it is Python, whether it is into big data environment. These 4 steps we have to follow. Are you getting this? Okay. Now the next step is that what are the Excel versions we have? So guys, we had the old version of Excel, which is 97 2003. Then we got 2007 Excel came in. Then we got 2010 Excel came in. We got 2013 Excel. We got 2016 Excel. We got 2019 Excel. Now with 2019 Excel, we have a current version of Office 365. So 2000 Office 2019 and Office 365, these are the latest version which is running in the market. But there are some companies, those who are using 2000. Sorry guys, I got some internet issues.
Okay,
Guys, can you
okay.
hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
issues.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
You're
Yes, we
audible
can
now.
hear it now.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Sorry. So as I was saying that we have 97 2003 Excel, we have Excel 2007, we have Excel 2010, we have Excel 2013, 2016, 2019. and we have Office 365. The latest version of Excel which we are using, that is 2019 or Office 365, right? So what is the extension when we had an old version of the Excel, that is 97 2003? It was .xls file.
XLS.
Now we got the next file in 2007 which was coming with .xlsx file. So the now onwards, after 2007 onwards, is going all the extension of the Excel file is .xlsx file. Now, if you want to compare the features of Office 365 or Office Excel 2019, you can always go to this link, and if you click on that link, that will give you proper clarification about what are the different features that we have added both in 2019 and 2000 Office 365. The only issue is that I will suggest you guys do not click on that. Let me finish Excel thoroughly. After finishing the Excel, if you go and click on this, you will be able to understand the comparison of those features. Okay? Clear to you guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. Now, now how do we start with the Excel journey, guys? We start with
Excel
Excel
workbook.
workbook. We
Worksheet.
move on to Excel worksheet. We go to cell reference. We define range. Now, what is the default Excel workbook size? If you open an Excel workbook, if you do not have any data inside, so default size will come to 7 to 9 KB. Are you getting this, guys?
Yes.
Default Excel file size is 7 to 9 KB. Let me give that explanation here. What I can do here,
Without
I
data?
go to this, I go for creating an Excel file. I call this Excel file name is test. So what is the size of the file is coming, guys, here?
7K.
7 KB. So the default size will come to 7 KB. Let me remove this. Okay. The default size of this Excel file will come to 7 to 9 KB. And what now the next question would be, what would be the maximum size of the workbook? It depends on the memory of the system along with how much data we have kept it. Based on that, we'll define. You cannot say that, guys, please go. Okay. You cannot say that I have an Excel file with 100 MB or 200 MB. You should not say that. You cannot measure that this is the maximum size of the Excel workbook that I can work with. Rather, you can say it it depends on the memory of the system, that how much it can consume. Now the next is that what is the maximum size of the Excel workbook? It depends on memory. That would be the answer. Next is default number of worksheet in a workbook. So default is going to 1. When you open an Excel sheet, it comes with sheet 1. Can you see that? Now we go for keep on adding those number of sheets to that. Now what is the maximum number of sheets we can append? We can add. So that is also another question. We will say it depends on the memory of this Excel, how much sheets we can add in. Now the next is what is the maximum size of the workbook you have handled. Never say that I have handled an Excel workbook with 100 MB or 200. Do not say that. Always try to say 30 to 50 MB is the maximum size of the Excel file which I have worked. That shows real time you have actual managed data. So in Excel we can manage more than 100 200 MB, but when you work into Excel environment, remember the moment you cross to 20 30 MB also, Excel will take more time to process. So hence we try to avoid to go beyond 50 MB of the size of the file. So hence it is advisable to go with 30 to 50 MB. I got a question here. Whose question? Is this session been recorded? Yes, it is recorded. Now the next is, how do you share your Excel report? So guys, if you have so when you join any company, if you have given Outlook for your mail exchange, they might have given certain limit that you cannot exceed that limit to be attached. Could be 5 MB, could be 25 MB, could be 10 MB. It depends on that what is the scope of your work and what would be the file you would be sharing across. Based on that, you can take an approval for 20 MB or 25 MB also. But default they have given 5 MB that you can send a mail. So you can less than 5 MB in a mail, more than 5 MB of the data size in Excel should be shared through a shared drive or the SharePoint. Guys, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Can you
Yes,
hear me?
sir.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Okay. Do you understand this mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So how to go for Excel navigation? Guys, tell me what is the range of data you have in this Excel file?
A1 to J18.
A1 to J18. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the first thing is that this is called your Excel debug, where you have file, home, insert, page layout, formulas, data, review, view, developer, help, power pivot. And if you want to get any further help, you can click on that. Tell me what you want to do with. Now, the next part is saying that this is your data range, and range is A1 to J18. This is called where you define the range name. Do you remember that I did last time?
Yes, sir.
This is the area where you write the formula and functions, right? So this is how you go for, this is called formula bar, guys. So this is how you go for first opening an Excel file to navigate your data. Now this is called the sheet name, which is called as made underscore data. This is what the sheet name which is given over here. So this is how the basic part of the Excel which we covered last time. So let me show you here, guys. As per the session 1 contents, so we have covered what is Excel workbook, what is called Excel worksheet, what is called cell reference, how to define as a range, how to go for defining as a table, the data types which is called character and numeric, how to read the field as dimension field or measure field, that is called quantity field or the qualitative field, and different version of the Excel which we have already completed. Now we'll
Yes.
move on to data navigation. That is how we'll go for doing it now. Okay, so let me start with the next part, which is for data navigation within Excel file. Okay, so let's start with called Excel navigation. Okay, guys. So here we have data. Now, first of all, what I'll do here, I'll write here my student name. I put the subject. I put the type. I put here the score they have made through. Okay. So now I go with first is Ajay. Ajay. So I put it here. Ajay joined through Excel. He will learn about VBA. He goes to SQL. He goes to SAS. He goes to R. He goes to Python. He goes to here learning about big data. He starts with Tableau. He starts with Power BI. You learn about ClickView. You'll also go to ClickSense. Then he will learn about predictive modeling, machine learning, deep learning, and AI. So let's say this is what Ajay. Now the type is saying this is about DBMS skill up to this. This is about data visualization skill up to this. This is all about data mining skill up to this. I repeat the same thing over here, which is going here, let's say Padmini, right? So I repeat the same thing here. I do it for Rakesh. I repeat the same thing over here. I do it for Dinesh. Okay, guys. Now, how much they scored? Let's say I put random between the score they have made through 30 to 100. So there is a random number which is selected between 30 to 100. So this is how they have scored. Now, once I have this, what happens? Though I have taken random number, if I do anything to this cell, the entire random numbers keep on changing. Why? Because it's a random number, so any cell is getting updated. The cell value which is converted with random between function, that is also going to change. In order to make this fix, select this Control C, right click, do paste special and values. The moment you do paste special values, it never shows you at the back end what is the formula for it. It just shows the value as it is. Now my data is all set ready. I select this data. Okay, guys. So this is what my data, which starts from A1. It has gone to D61. This is what the range of data which you have. This is called as your header, which you have given now. So I call this sheet name called student underscore score. Right, guys? Now I will go for first learning about how to go for filtering data. So how to go for filtering data, guys? If you select from the column, can you see there is an arrow indication is coming over A. If you select, it is selected only this column. If you select this way and go to data and make it as a filter. So guys, there is a shortcut key which is given
Alt
as
DFF.
Control Shift L you can press, where you can go for creating a shortcut key. But I will suggest you one thing, guys. Remember always, never use shortcut key in front of your manager. If you start using shortcut key in front of your manager, he will consider you like a developer kind of guy. Work like a smart and prove yourself that you are a data scientist. So knowing that there is a shortcut key, you always come to select here, go to filter and make it like this. I tell you why.
Why is that? Why is that?
There is a, guys, there are two ways to look at, right? If you show somebody that can you please cut this onion for me, that person came and he just cut this like a pani puri wala, right? The
Okay.
another guy came and he just cut this slowly, right? If the person proved that he can work like a pani puri wala, he will get the job like a pani puri wala. You understood now?
Okay.
You got it? So there is some kind of smartness that we have to show inside the organization, right? So there is a Excel role which will take you like a developer towards more VBA kind of thing, और एक मैनेजर will think ये बंदा तो बहुत जल्दी एक्सेल में काम करता है ऐसे, तो उसको जितना भी एक्सेल रिलेटेड काम आएगा उसको दे देंगे, लेकिन एक्सेल में ज्यादा पैसा नहीं मिलेगा.
Okay. Okay.
Got it?
ठीक है sir.
Okay, guys. So you can so Excel is a father of analytics, but knowing only Excel you cannot get that much salary. You have to have a mixture of multiple tools. So to work across multiple projects, we have to show dynamically our behavior towards a manager, saying that this is what I can do. Okay. Now coming back to when you select this from here and you make a filter, it's just filtered to this particular column where you can make it. It shows all the 4 students' name, which is Ajay, Dinesh, Padmini, and Rakesh. But remove this filter if you go and select the header, not from here, just select the header. Then if you make a filter, it is filtered to all columns. Right, guys? Understood? Now, how should I go for making this? I go for selecting Ajay. So it's selected only Ajay data. I make a filter on Ajay's code in DBMS. I can select DBMS. Within DBMS, I select for big data. So I can see here what is the Ajay score has come to big data. So now there are 3 different filters is given on the data. Can you see that? All these filters are given here. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you click on clear filter, it's going to clear the entire filter. But if you click on filter, it's going to remove all the filters from each field. Now, guys, I'll have a test now. Somebody says, could you please get Ajay's performance and Padmini's performance to be pasted to another sheet? How should you go for doing that? You select this over here.
Select student name.
You go for selecting
Ajay and
Ajay
Padmini.
Jai
and
Padmini.
Padmini.
Okay.
Then you select this Control Shift right arrow to select this entire selected data. Control Shift down arrow to select this entire range of data. Copy and paste it over here. This is called filtered by student.
Ajay Padmini.
Is that clear now, guys? So this is how
Yes.
we go for making a filter and we select the data. Now, if somebody says that, could you please tell me how to go for selecting two subject from DBMS, two subject from big data, and two subject from data visuals, two subject for data mining for Ajay? How should you go for doing that? First, you select Ajay, select DBMS. So two subject for DBMS. How will you go for selecting that? Select it for big data, select it for Excel. Then two subjects for that is going to be very difficult, because when the requirement comes like two subject from each type, is going to be difficult for you to choose it. So you have to understand how to identify this part. So what you can do here, rather you can go for selecting this way. You can go for selecting Ajay. You select DBMS. You select first two. You select first two. You copy it, paste it to this sheet. Again, you go for selecting this here for DM. Select this two. Select this, paste it over here. Again, you go for selecting here for data visualization. So guys, this is how somewhere we are going for this manual work that we are applying in Excel to do it. But it is always advisable such situation, rather doing it manually, we can write a program in Excel who can does this task for us, selecting from each type two tools or two subjects, that we can do writing a VBA program. So we'll learn about VBA program after finishing the base and advanced in Excel. Okay, there are certain things which you feel like it is repetitive or the redundancy is happening throughout the work. To avoid that, we will go for writing VBA program. So we'll learn that in VBA. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now, so we have completed here. This is called filtering. So filter of the data. Now we'll go for copying this data. Go to another sheet. In this sheet, I paste these values. We learn about sorting in Excel. Okay guys, so I select this here, I paste this data here, I go for calling this as case 1. In the case 1, what we have to do here, somebody says, could you please sort the data by student name? So what I can do here, I can select this data, I go to data, I choose here, I should not go for A to Z or Z to A, rather I can go for custom sorting. In the custom sorting, I select this first field name as student name. If I do that, it shows by Ajay is going to Dinesh, followed by Padmini, followed by Rakesh, is going in alphabetical ascending order. Can you see that? Ajay, Dinesh, Padmini, then Rakesh. Are you getting this, guys?
Yes, sir.
So this is called sorting data by student name. Now go for case 2. In case 2, it has been told to you that sort data by student name, by subject, and then go for type and score. So how will you go for doing that? You select it by student name, by subject, both are going in the order of A to Z, ascending order. So can you see? Ajay is coming with a score called alphabetical order. AI, then big data, then your DL, then Excel, then ML, then PM. Like that, it is coming in alphabetical order A to Z. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the third case, in the third case, sort the data by student name, by type, then subject wise. How will you go for doing that? You go for sorting data here. You select this by student name, then add another level which is called type. Then you go to the subject. You're not going by subject then type. It's type then subject. Now if you go like this, it's in first DBMS, Ajay, first DBMS, then data mining, then data visualization. In DBMS, it is showing subject in ascending order. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, this is called case 3. Now we'll go for case 4. In the case 4, it has been told to you, get the student name wise score in ascending order or descending order. So how should you go for doing that? You select it by student name, you select the score into, let's say, descending order, largest to smallest. How it is happening? For Ajay, is going to show the score into descending order. Can you see that?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Now, in the case 5, it says that go for sorting data by student name, by type. The score should be in descending order. So, how will you do that? By student name, by type, score in descending order. How will you go for doing that? Student name, go for type, selecting the score, and score should be largest to
Descending.
smallest. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Is it coming?
yeah,
You see that? Each type wise, the score in descending order. You can easily read that in DBMS, Ajay has scored highest in SAS. In data mining, Ajay has scored in predictive modeling. In data visualization, Ajay has scored more highest in ClickSense. Same thing for Dinesh, DBMS SAS, DM is data mining is data deep learning, and data visualization he has scored highest in ClickView. Same way if you go to Padmini, she has scored VVA is the highest score in DBMS. In data mining, she has scored highest in predictive modeling, and data visualization she has scored highest in W. Can you see that, guys?
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Understand? So this is how
Yeah.
we go for sorting data. So did you understand how to go for sorting data in Excel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now
Yes, sir.
we'll go for next to identify removing duplicates. So what does it mean? Let me show you here. Okay. So guys, in a student name, the name is duplicate. Yes or no?
Yes.
Why name is duplicate?
Because you have written Ajay multiple times.
Because there
Multiple
are
times.
multiple.
Why Ajay is duplicate? Tell me.
Because it's the same person, you have written the name multiple times.
No. You need to understand the data properly. If you say student name is duplicate, why it is duplicate? Because of different subjects.
There are
Yes or
multiple
no?
subjects there.
Sorry?
There are multiple subjects there.
Yes. So that's why your Ajay name by subject is going to be duplicate. Are you getting it? Now, if you go for selecting the subject as AI, does it duplicate here?
No.
No. Yes, sir.
No, it is duplicate. Why it is duplicate? Because AI has gone to multiple students. When you combine student name and subject, it is not duplicate. But if you go by single column, it is duplicate. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if I go for making DBMS, does DBMS duplicate here?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah.
Why it is duplicate?
Different
Because
subjects
DBMS
and
has multiple subjects and DBMS has got multiple
multiple.
Multiple
students.
students.
So now we need to understand if we say the data is unique or data is duplicate. If you go data is duplicate by student name, it is true. But if you combine student name with subject, it is not duplicate. Are you getting it? Are you getting it,
Yeah.
guys?
Yes,
Now,
sir.
if you go for subject is duplicate by subject field, it is true. But if you go for subject with corresponding field as student name, it is not duplicate because the same subject has got to three different students or four different students. Are you getting it? So, guys, there is something called duplicate by field, duplicate by corresponding field. This is very important before going for analyzing data. We need to understand what is called by field, what is called by corresponding field. When you say by student name, it is duplicate. If you copy and paste it over here, if you go to data, there is something here under data tools. This is called remove duplicates. Can you see that? If you click
Yes.
on
Yeah.
that, it shows that there were around 56 duplicate records and these are the four are unique records. Same thing, if you go and apply for subject and if you go to remove duplicates here, it says that there were around 15 unique values but 45 is the duplicate records. That is fine. If you go to DBMS, the type, if you go for removing duplicates, in this case says there are 3 unique values but 57 duplicate records. Did you understand, guys?
Yes.
But if you select all these three fields together, and you are trying to identify the uniqueness or duplicates in the data by considering the corresponding field of student name with subject and type. Then if you say remove duplicates, it says no duplicate. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand this, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So did you understand what is called duplicate by field and duplicate by corresponding fields?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
These
sir.
two things, guys, you have to always remember. It's very important. Okay. Now, I'll ask you a few questions over this data. Now, let's say there's a test. Test your knowledge, whether you can understand whether this data is duplicate or not. Let me open that file and show it to you guys. Okay. So, guys, what is the data range? Starting from W1, it has gone to AB
AB
5113.
5113.
Okay. Now, so if you go to select this column, it says below here 5113 is what? Count. Count means
Count.
what?
Number of cells.
Excluding the header, the count would be what? 5112. That is how number of records, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now tell me, guys, in this data, whether this data is duplicate or unique. Tell me.
Duplicate.
Yeah, duplicate in company and
Duplicate.
gender
Yeah.
and
One by
state code
one.
also.
One by one. Dinesh, tell me whether this data is duplicate or unique.
Yeah, it is duplicating
Okay.
in
Okay. Okay. No,
company.
no, no. My answer, I need only one answer. Whether
Okay,
this data is duplicate or not.
duplicate.
Not.
Fine.
No, no. If
No
Okay.
you are
duplicate.
selecting the range, then it's not duplicate.
No,
Okay.
not duplicate.
Okay. Fine.
Sir, we cannot say.
Okay.
Duplicate by corresponding field, but
Okay.
not.
Okay. So I asked this question to Padmini. Padmini, tell me whether this data is duplicate or it is unique.
It is not duplicate, but
Or,
first we have to sort and then check.
okay. Guys, first of all, we all answered wrong. Sudhita was about to answer, but he did not answer. I believe he should not answer because he attended in the previous batch for few classes where I covered this. So he knows why I said that. Guys, remember one thing. Without answer looking at this data directly, that this data is not duplicate. So whether it's duplicate or unique, that we have to identify from the first column itself. You copy this first column, you paste it over here. Now the record is 5113 including the header. If you go to data, if you remove the duplicate, it shows no duplicate. That means my entire data is unique. If the first column itself or any of this column in between this data shows there is no duplication within that column, that means this data is entirely unique. How? This is the customer ID, which is belonging to company called MedPlus, has a gender of female, age is 29, belonging to the state code called Queensland, and the spend amount by the customer is $69. Are you getting this? So this
Yes.
data is unique. How will you know that? If you go for say taking the first column to identify whether it is unique or duplicate.
But
No.
sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, let me write down this note first.
Okay.
Do not say upfront that the data is unique or duplicate unless you check the first field as duplicate or not. You guys have to remember this always. Do not jump into the conclusion saying that no, there is no duplicate or there is duplicate. You should not say that unless you check the first column of it. Understood, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Now we have finished how to go for removing duplicates. What is the question, Dinesh?
Yes, sir, I asked.
Okay.
So what if one customer ID is having different company name? suppose same customer ID is having two different
It is
companies.
duplicate. It is duplicate. If
But
this
when we compare with customer ID and company, it is not no duplicate, right?
no, if
Because
you
different
compare with
company.
if you compare with customer ID and a company, it is not duplicate when you consider the
Huh?
corresponding field. But
Hmm.
identifying by customer ID, it is duplicate.
In customer ID perspective, that is duplicate. But if we select the range from customer ID to spent amount, in
Hmm.
that case, it will not be duplicate, right?
That you can justify saying that this data one customer is having multiple company associated,
Uh-huh.
hence my customer is duplicate based on the companies. But if you combine customer ID with company as a key, then in that case it is not duplicate. But in this example, you have each company has unique customers. Hence, this entire data is unique.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
I have a doubt on this.
Okay.
Yeah. So, how to identify which should be the first column? So, suppose here it is the customer ID is the first column,
Mhm.
but if something else should be there, then we would not be able to figure it out.
Good. Good. Very good question.
Sir, in
Now,
this scenario, I think we have to find out the unique column first.
yes. So, guys, I tell you one thing. Padmini. Let's start with Padmini. Padmini, your
Yes.
father is very rich. He opened one Padmini superstore,
Okay.
right? So, Padmini superstore that your father opened in Bhubaneswar. Correct. Now, every day customer come to your store. They want to buy something. How will you track
Okay.
the records?
Customer
Customer
ID.
ID.
No, you will first go with order ID,
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
right? It goes to
Yeah.
customer ID, right?
Yeah.
Then the
Yes.
customer ID map to product ID.
Product ID. Yeah.
Now product ID is going for the quantity,
Quantity.
right? Then the
Yes.
price,
Price.
then something called discounted price. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Then
Correct.
you go for total payment.
Total payment.
Is it clear now? Order
Yes.
ID would be 1, 2, 3, 4. It is unique in nature. Customer ID
Okay.
could be, let's say I write cust ampersand random between
Random between
1
1
to
to
5.
10. Okay.
So my customer would be repeating, yes or no?
Yes. True.
Okay. My product ID could be prod ampersand random between 1 to 5. It may happen, it may happen that the quantity is random between 1 to 5. Are you getting this? Now product
Yes.
5 is 23 rupees, product 1 is 20 rupees, and product 5 is again 23 rupees. Product something like that you need to put in here, right? So now tell me,
Yeah.
your order is 17 orders. This order might have given the same order multiple times. Yes or no?
Yes.
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 So your same customer might have ordered 4 times. Can you see that?
Yes.
4 times could be the same product or the same product multiple times, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, in this case, tell me, looking at this data, whether your data is duplicate, your data is unique.
This is unique because the order ID is unique.
Exactly. Now, if you go by customer ID and product, what you will say?
This is duplicated because there are
Duplicate.
several.
This
Yeah.
is
Several
duplicate
other.
because the same customer might have ordered multiple times the same product, right?
Yes.
So we have to understand the duplicates in the data based on what field you should start with. If it is by order ID, there is no duplicate. If it is by customer ID and product ID, then there is duplicates. Is that clear
The
now?
primary.
Okay,
Yes.
we'll come to that part later, but as of now, we need to understand how to identify the duplicate records. So is that clear now,
Yes.
guys, to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, the next part, we learn about data validation. Okay, so let's say I have given this customer ID, right? And I have asked to put a gender. Now for gender, I have three values. One is called male, it could be female, or it could be unisex. These are the three values for each customer ID we can put in. So what I can do here, I can go and select this cell, data. I choose under here data tool something called data validation. Can you see that? In data
Yes.
validation, I choose a list value. In the list value, I source these are the three values. Now if I say OK, I can see there is a drop down created with all these three values. I can go and drag this over here. I can choose it. This is male, this is female, this is unisex, this is male. Let's say drag this all as male, this is female, this is male, this is female, or drag this all as female, then go for selecting this as unisex, make it as unisex, go for male, drag this all as male. So guys, this is how we go for giving this as what? Called
Data
validation.
validation.
Now I can go for age. Now the age validation which I want to give it to here, the age is as a whole number. It could be the minimum 20, maximum is 70, not more than that. So now I have given this age validation which is 20 to 70. I put here 12. It will not take. Why? Because there is a validation is
20.
given in the data. It should
20.
not take less than 12, less than 20, or should not take more than 70.
More than 70.
So you can try this here. By 56, it will take. In this, if you write 89, it will throw an error. Why it is showing an error?
More than 70.
Because it's more than 70. Understood, guys?
But sir, on the error page,
Guys,
it is
please
not
go on
showing.
mute. Guys, please go on mute. Guys, please go on mute. Guys, can you please go on mute?
Lohit into Biswar.
Dave, you can mute him as you are a host.
Yeah, Lohit into
No,
Biswar.
I can
Yes,
see.
Sir, you can mute.
I'm trying to do that. Who is this guy?
Yeah, it's Lohit Hindu.
I think it's Lohit into here.
Lohitendu, can you please go on mute? Lohitendu, can you please go on mute?
Yeah, he already.
Still, I can hear the sound. Lohitendu, can you please go on mute?
Actually, he's on mute. I think Prabhat Padi, someone is there. He's on unmute.
Guys, please make sure that when you're attending this class, go on mute unless I ask you to answer the question. Because we are recording the session, and after that, when you take this video or recording, if you hear this kind of noise, it will not make you concentrate. Okay, so guys, this is how we go for identifying the validation part. Understood
Yes,
now?
sir, I am having it out.
Yes.
Sir, whenever we are restricting this data, so the error page is not showing what is the minimum and maximum value.
No, it will
So
not
how
show.
can we?
It will not show that. So what you can do here, if you select this and look for the data validation, you can see it is showing what is the validation is given.
Okay.
Understood?
So
We can
can't we
also
set a error message there?
we can do everything what you feel like. The error message we can give by writing a VBA program.
अच्छा,
Okay. Now let's say I want to give a date. Now I can choose the date as what? Data validation with as a date field value. Can you see that? So these are the starting date, the end date, you can choose it here. Anybody put any date value beyond this is not going to work out. Clear now, guys, how to go for data validation? Is clear to everyone?
Yes.
So there is an option apply the changes to all other cells with the same setting. So what if we'll apply that?
I didn't get that. Can you repeat that one more time?
Sir, on that data validation column, you can see below there is an option where apply these changes to all other cells with the same settings.
Okay. Now if you do validation to this cell, this is F2. But if you do this entire cell, you can go for selecting that option. The validation will not happen to this cell, it will happen to all the cells in this column. Making sense?
Yes.
Okay. Now guys, the next thing which I will talk about here we'll start with format cell and conditional formatting. So let me show you what is called format cell. So rename, call format cell. Okay, so I decided that I will right click on this particular column and I choose format cell to this column as a text field. So anything I'll put inside this cell is going to be all character. How did you know that? If I write 45, it's a numerical character, guys. Numeric. And how will you know it's a numeric? If it is right.
It's on the left hand side.
Left side.
No, it's on the right hand side.
So now it is going to as what?
Character.
Left. Why it is going character? Because already you have defined this cell is going to take every value as a character.
Character.
Yes.
Now can you see there is an exclamatory sentence is coming here? Exclamatory mark is coming where you can convert this to number. If you go here, put 45, it is a character. Again, this exclamatory mark will come, which will allow you to change the validation process to convert to number. Can you see that?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if I have
but what if you align it to left hand side? Will that still be this one character?
Yes. No. If you align this to a left, this cell value is not going to be a character. Let me show you here. I put 23 here. Can you see that?
Okay. Yeah.
I put 45 here. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Now I select this entirely and I make it as a left align. So though it is going to be a character, it is showing some kind of exclamatory mark beside it. Okay. If you go to this, it's not going to show that. That means this is a numeric. Another way to check this, if you write is text. If this cell value is a text, it will say true, else it will say false.
Okay.
If it is false, means it is no more text. It is a number now. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay. Now guys, I have a value which is given as, let's say cell value is 45, this value. So can you tell me how many digits are there?
8.
8 digits. Let's say I put it some value like this. How many digits are there?
12.
12.
So what is happening if you go for 12 digit?
Exponential.
It's showing an exponential value. When it is more than 8 digit, it will show an exponential value. To read this data, I can right click, I can go to format cell, I can make it to a number with 0 decimal values as a 1000 comma separator. I can see my values are coming like this. If I go here, I can right click, I can go to format cell, I can also make it number as 1000 comma separator. I can read the value like this. Understood?
Yes.
Okay, sir.
So whenever you see any such value which is coming with an exponential, do not feel like it is an error. Just select the data, format cell, make it to number. So next part is when you say 0.567 and 0.456. These are decimal values. If you
Yes.
convert that into percentage, what will happen now? You will the format cell, make it to a percentage with 0 decimal values. It's showing as what? 57%, 46%.
Yes.
Okay. Now, there is a date value which is given as 23/09/2019. What does it mean, guys?
23rd September 2000.
Okay.
It's numerical.
Okay. I just paste this over here. I right click on this. I do a format cell. I go to date. I change the date format to this way. Can you see this?
Yes.
I go to right click on this. I go to format cell. I make it to this format. Can you see this?
Yeah.
I can right click on this. I go to format cell. I can make it to this way. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay. I can copy this format here. I can go to format cell. I can go to custom format and I make it as MMM DDYYYY. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Guys, did you understand what I did here?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So this is up to us that how do we want to present to business. Some people say that, hey, I don't want to see my date value. Please convert that into year month. So how will do that into year month? Go to custom
MMYY.
format. Call this YYYY and MM.
Amen.
Is it coming?
Yes.
Yeah.
Understood, guys? How to use
Yes.
format cell?
Got it.
Okay.
Yes.
These are the major areas we have to work together, guys. Now let's say I have some sales which is given random between 100 to 900 multiplied with 1000. These are some sales value. I do right click, do a paste special and values. Why I'm doing that, guys? Otherwise my number will keep on changing. It's a random number. Selecting this data, I decided to go for making format cell with a currency format that should be, let's say, English dollar, Canadian dollar with 0 decimal values. Can you see that? These all are coming in Canadian dollar.
Yeah.
I can also right click on this, go to format cell, make it to currency into Indian rupees. So I can go here to choose it as Indian rupees. Can you see that? I can
Yes.
also right click on this. I can go to format cell. I can make it currency change to English dollar, United States. Can you see that? I can change the way I can change the format I want to be. Understood, guys?
Yes.
Got it.
These are the major thing that we have to do. Now imagine we are talking about numeric. When you talk about numeric, if you say format cell, you will go to number format. Number format, it starts with general to number to currency to accounting to date to time to percentage to fraction to scientific to text to special to custom. Guys, you do not have to worry about accounting. You do not have to worry about your fraction or scientific as of now, because that would be used in your Excel advanced analytics. When you learn about statistics, we will be using accounting functions, we will be using fractions and scientific function there. But normal for Excel analysis and reporting, we have to deal with general, number, currency, date, time, going for percentage, text, or we can go for custom. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
What if I write my name is Devendra? Can you see this? Is this a numeric?
The character.
So what do you do here? What do you choose here? You
Alignment.
go to alignment. So you can make the alignment as this. You can make the alignment to this way, or let's say 0. Understood? Are you getting this, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Or you can select this, go into format cell, go to font. You can make it bold, you can make it 12, you can make it color as red color. You can change it this way. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or if I write my name as Devendra here, I can select this format cell. I can go to font. I can make it as a strike through. Strike through means it's going to say erase this number. So erase this name. Somebody is not going to read this because there is a strike through is given. Or sometimes my name is given like this, where I have selected this all letter and I make it to subscript. Can you see this? Or I have selected my name where I select this format cell to superscript. Can you see this?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Is it making sense? Right, guys? Now, the next part of it which says about format cell as border. So guys, you select this all cell values, right click and you go to format cell, make it to border, choose the color as let's say red color, make it all border, inside border, and apply this here. So what is happening here? Each border is coming as what? Red color. Can you see this? Yes, can you see this?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
If you select this and go to format cell, make it as a border and make this as full border with thick border. Select this and make it as outline border. Okay, sometimes we have to do that in Excel. So you don't have to worry about this part now, just ignore it. Next, right click on this, go to format cell. We have something called fill. I can fill this with red color. I can choose the pattern as this. So now this entire Excel has been filled with pattern. If you want to remove this pattern, you just go to format cell. You choose no pattern here. Choose no color here. Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you want to right click, go to format cell, make it as a protection. You can lock these cells or you can hidden these cells so that nobody can see that. Okay. So guys, this is what we talk about format cell. Now the next one I'll talk about conditional formatting. Okay. So how will you go for the conditional formatting? Let me show you here. Let's say I have some product which is given as P1. I drag this to P15. I put it here sales amount which is random between 100 to 900. So these are the sales happened across each product. I said pay special and values. I say equal sign, get the value from this cell value. I just drag this down. Guys, can you see this?
Yes.
Now, in this, I select it. I go to home. I have something called under styles conditional formatting. Can you see that?
Yeah.
In conditional formatting, I choose if the value is less than, if the value is less than 500, make the background color, custom color as red and the font should be bold and white color. Can you see what is happening here? If the sales is less than 500, it's going to show this background as what? This color. Within same, you go for conditional formatting. You set manage rule. You add a new rule to this. You go for selecting here format only cells that contains the cell value is greater than or equal to 500. Choose the background color as green color and the font is going to be bold and white color. Can you see this? So I can easily identify where my sales is going more than 500 or less than 500. Got it, guys?
Yes, sir.
I can also do something like this. Take the value from here, selecting this cell. I can go to conditional formatting. I choose it as this bar. The bar represent where the sales is going more or the sales is going less. Can you see this?
Yes.
Now selecting this, I can go to make it as a manage rule where I can edit the rule saying that show bar only. Apply and say OK. So it will not show any value. If the value keep on changing here, let's say 900, it shows green and it is also showing the bar is increased. If I say the value is coming to 670, it shows green, the bar is reducing. Can you see that? Guys, are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now, I can say equal sign, get the value to here. In this, I go for conditional formatting, saying that put the icon as this. Can you see this? The icon represent here, if you say manage rule, say edit rules, if the sales value, it's showing that the icon has represent here. When value is greater or equal to 67, can you see this? In
Yes.
percentage, right? You convert that in number. If the value is greater or equal to 700, make it as green. If the value in number greater than 500, make it as yellow. If it is less than 500 and greater than 0, then it's going to be this color. Now say OK. Can you see? The values are changing. Wherever the sales is more than 7, it is all coming as green.
Green.
Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, showing these values over here, what you can do here, manage rule, edit rule, you can show icon only. Can you see this?
Yes.
Some people are showing with the number these icons and you're very confusing saying that, hey, what is happening to my data? How does it happens? It happens that you have taken value from here, which has been conditionally formatted. Guys, are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everyone tell me honestly, did you get it or you want to have a repetition? I can do that.
Sir, for conditional formatting, can you
Before
not
asking
put...
any question, guys, please tell me your name.
Yes, sir. Sir, this is Dinesh.
Sorry?
So, in conditional formatting, can you not put a text? I mean, let's say if a
Yes,
value for
yes,
7,
yes, I'm coming there. I'm coming there. Till now, do you have any doubt?
No
Okay.
doubt till now.
Okay. I have Ajay. I have Sanjay. I have Vijay. I have और कोई नाम बता दो जो Y में एंड होता है. Give me any name, guys. Ajay, Vijay, Sanjay. What else? कोई एक नाम बता दो. No? Okay. Selecting this here, I go to conditional formatting. I create a new rule. The new rule says that format cell. Oh, teri. Fine.
Sir, hello. Sir,
Yes.
Sardar here.
Yes, Arda.
Sir, can you please repeat that how those data got hidden in that E cell, E
Okay,
column?
I'll come to that. The first thing is that, Sarda, I want to show you here that within this cell, I said where there is a new rule. I give a new rule to this. If the format only cell that contains the cell value equal to Ajay. If the cell value equal to Ajay, choose the format. The background would be green color. The font would be bold and white color. Okay. So if you do that, what will happen? Wherever the name will fall into Ajay, it will automatically change it to what? Change it to
Green.
what? This. Now I select this I go to manage rule. I add a new rule to this. If the cell value equal to Sanjay, I want to give a background color as yellow and the font to be bold and black color. So now within this, I applied another condition. Again, I select this cell range. I said manage rule. I add one more new rule to this. If the cell contains equal to, the value is what?
Vijay.
Bijay. What do you call this here? Fill as red color, bold, and call white color.
I have a question in this, sir. So, sir, as we have selected contains Bijay, so if I select only contains JAY, so will all these become red?
No. It will not. It will go for exact word which you have given there.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Now, yes, Padmini.
So is there something which will also segregate with the words?
It is there. So we will learn that in the advanced Excel. So base and advanced, we are into base. When I'll move on to advanced by doing dashboard, I'll do those examples.
Okay. I was not knowing that this is not there.
Okay.
Okay, no problem.
So there are a couple of things I'll go slowly to reach to that level, but these are the basics what we are doing. Okay. So guys, I put equal sign. Sarda asked, how did you remove that arrow mark? Sorry, just number and showing only the arrow mark. So Sarda, this is what the value you have, right? I go to conditional format. I choose icon set. Let's say this time I choose the icon set as this. Understood? Now, after this, I don't know how this green color is coming, how this red color is coming, how the system is defining this yellow color. What rule is given at the back end? I don't have any idea. I'm going to select this data over here. I'm going to choose it here as a manage rules. I said edit rules. In the edit rules, I said do not go by percentage. Please go by number and say number. The condition is that if it is more than 700, make it to green color. Or you can choose it something else if you want to go for, let's say, this arrow mark. This is a tick mark. If it is greater than 500, I'm going to show this as what? This mark. Let's choose something like this. Okay. If it is less than 500, I'm going to show that into something like this way. Is that fine now? So I change the rule. I said apply and say okay. I got these values here.
Yeah.
Now how will I show these values? I will show this icon. I will not show these values. Again, I select this. I go to manage rule. I go to edit rule. I say show icon only. Can you see this option?
Yeah.
When I did that, I don't see any. Understood, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So let's say I have some student ID which is given here, guys. Let me take it these values here. Okay. So I applied this over here. This is the student ID and the status, whether they have completed this course or not. So I give a validation to this course. The validation is saying that I'm gonna apply this validation as whether it is in progress. It is called yet to start. It is called completed. Are you getting this? These are the three status can given to each of the subject. Yes or no? Okay. Now selecting this, I go to data. I choose my validation. In the validation, I choose list and I select the sources, these three. Yes, can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I can select this as what? In progress. These are yet to start. Are you getting it? Are you getting this?
Yes.
Okay. I select this here. I go to home, conditional formatting as a new rule. I choose cell that contains equal to. If it is completed, if it says that it is completed, make the background color as what? Green color. Font would be bold and white color. Right, guys? Again, I go here, manage rule. I add one more new rule to this. If it is equal to in progress, what will you do here? Yellow, font as bold and black. Again, add the new rule equal to yet to start. What will give for this? A red color, and the font would be bold and white color. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
Understood? When I say in progress, it is yellow. When I say completed, is going to be green. When I say yet to start, red color. When I say in progress, yellow color. When I say completed, green color. Can you see this? Can you see this, guys?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand how it is given?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you make this without anyone's help?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll have a test for you guys. Let's see who can pass. This question goes to Madhusmita. Madhusmita, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready for the answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Madhusmita, I want to, within this cell, I want to put a value between 100 to 900. What should I do?
Between 100 to 900, random between we can put
Random between
100 to
100 to
900.
900. Very nice. Then I have to go and select from the
Drag.
corner.
Yeah.
Wherever this plus symbol will come, I'll go for right and drag this to the down. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, what will happen after doing random between? This number is going to keep on changing, right?
Yeah. We'll right click.
We first
Select
copy.
it. Yeah. Copy.
Sir, one doubt.
Pay special and say values. Yes.
Value. Yeah.
Guys, before you ask any question, tell me
Yeah.
your name.
Because this session.
Yeah, because.
Can we drag diagonally? Because I am seeing that first we
Diagonally in
need
the
to
sense you
drag.
want to go for like this to
Yes,
this to
yes,
this. No, we can.
Not one, like from horizontally and as well as vertically. It should
We
come.
can do
Random
horizontally,
number.
vertically. We can do. We can also go back. We can also go down. We can go up. That is called offset, up, down, right, left. But we cannot go diagonally. Diagonally, we cannot drag this.
Okay.
But for that, there is a formula we can do it. But that is into advanced part. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So this is what the values, guys, which we have. Now, Madhusmita, there is a question for you.
Yeah.
I want to mark if the sales is greater than 500, that has to come tick mark with yellow.
Okay.
What should I
We'll
do?
go to conditional formatting. Select. Then conditional formatting. Then manage rule.
Okay.
No, not manage rule.
Okay.
New rule.
Okay.
Now, format only says that contain. We'll go to the second option.
Okay.
Yeah. Between will which number you said? 500.
Yes.
We'll put the value. Can you please repeat the question?
If the value is more than greater than 500, greater than
Okay,
equal to
greater.
500.
We'll select greater than and we'll put the value as 500.
Okay.
Format.
Okay.
Yeah. And the next question you said it will be
tick mark with yellow.
Yellow, right?
Yes.
Okay. Fill.
Okay.
Yellow color. We'll choose a color as yellow. Okay. Then font size. Did you say anything for font size?
Nothing. So you can go with black. No worry.
Okay. And then yeah. Okay.
There is a tick mark.
Oh, tick mark.
Yes.
Wait.
Okay, time is over. Sudipto, how to do this?
Yes, sir. The same way for select all conditional manage rules.
First of all, delete rule.
Yes.
This failed. Now,
yeah, new rule.
Okay.
Click on the second option, format on cells, that
Okay.
condition. Okay. So that is range should be 500 or more than that. So
greater or equal to 500.
Yes, greater than equal to 500.
Okay.
Okay, and now click on format.
You also come to the same conclusion. Failed.
No.
Okay, Sardar, can you answer this?
Sir, first we have to set the icon. No, we have to go with that set new rules. Hello.
Okay.
Then format only cells that contain.
Okay. Again, you are coming to the same conclusion. Guys,
we have to select.
Guys,
we have to
remember
set
one thing.
icons.
Guys, remember one thing. We are not always go to new rules. There are some rules which is given over here.
Then I can set. Okay.
Right?
I can set. Yeah.
So I can go for here.
Yeah.
Now, over this,
Edit.
I can go to manage rule.
Manage
first
rules,
this
then
rule I have to delete. Now within this rule I'll go for making this. I will choose it by number. If it is greater or equal to 500. I should choose this color as to what? Yellow color?
Yeah.
So let it be like this as of now. If it is greater than or equal to 300, let's say yellow, then you can go for this way. Now how to change this icon color here? You can choose it. Color is not there. Let's say this is the symbol you go with, but this color which you have chosen here, do we have any such color combination? No, right? Okay, so let it be tick mark with green. Yeah, this is the exclamatory mark for that you are about to achieve that target, or this is what you haven't achieved the target. Can you see this? Now selecting this all, if I want to show only this icon, what should I do here?
Yeah, manage rule, edit rule, and show icons only.
This is how we go for doing it, guys. Select this all, try to reduce. Understood?
So I have a doubt, Sardar here.
Yeah.
So how can we set one mark that is greater than only equal to 500?
Okay. Select this here. Manage rule.
Yeah.
Edit rule. You want to show this only. Right? Now for this, you do not want to show any such icon over here. Right? You mean that only, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So you go for selecting here the value if it is greater than 0. That's it. Greater equal to 0 and is greater equal to 500. Right? Now you can choose the value here as something. Good
cell icons, no cell icons.
You can go for blank like this. Might be helpful.
No cell icon.
No cell icon is there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see that. Which is no cell icon is there?
Inside that arrow.
Okay.
This one.
Okay. Sorry. I thought that it is okay. Got it. Can you see this?
Yes. Got it.
Okay. So guys, this is how we have completed now the conditional formatting. So as per your session, we have completed data navigation part very thoroughly in Excel. Is that clear to everyone, guys?
Yeah, it's
okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I'm going to do something here. I'll have a kind of test for you. Okay. The test is like this. So rename this test. Set name is test. I go to my made data. I'm going to select it here. Customer ID, company. I go to gender. I go to age of the customer, state code. I go for number of trips. I go for the spend amount. I copy this data and I paste it over here. Right, guys? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Now, first of all, the spend amount should be in dollar format. What should I do here? Right click, doing a format cell.
Format cells.
I will
Numbers.
go for
Well,
currency. Let's
Decimal
say
point of
Australian
zero.
dollar,
Decimal plus 0.
0. I got this value in this format.
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
I decided that if the age is greater than 50, that should be coming as red color, right? So, how should I go for doing that?
Click on conditional formatting. First option. Not directly we can do that.
Yes. If it is greater than equal
Greater
to
than
Yes.
50.
50 years age, make it as what? Background color as what? Gold and white color.
Yes.
And the field is
Red color.
You got it here?
Yes.
Now the number of trips is greater than 5. Put it in green color. Greater than 4 is going to put it that into green color. How will I do that?
Conditional formatting.
Conditional formatting.
Yes.
Yes.
Greater than
4.
Red. Green color. Yes.
Not fail. This is going to bold and the green color. Fill is no color. Can you see?
Yes.
Got it?
Yeah.
Sir, Ajay, I have a doubt.
Yes.
Sir, the top row, how the value is changing? This is
This
based
one?
on values.
Okay. Okay. Now you go to manage rule. Go to edit rule. What is given here? The cell value which is greater than or equal to 4, right? So say greater than or equal to 4. Are you getting this?
yes.
Yes, sir.
Now you apply this logic to everyone. Why it is happening here? If it is not a number also, it is going to read this into green color. That is wrong. So what we can do, apply this and we can change it here. This has to go with the values, not by the header. Understood?
Yes, sir. Sir, but why it is happening?
Because we selected that entire range, I guess.
We select this entire column. That's why it is coming.
Yeah, that is why it's coming.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if my spend amount is greater than 1000, that has to be indicated as green background and white as a font. What should I do here?
Select conditional formatting.
If it is, go for greater than 1000. Custom format. Green. Font is going to bold and white. So wherever the cells are greater than 1000 is all coming here, right? Now, if you go for making filter, in data filter, you have an option saying that filter by color. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes.
You selected where the cells is greater than 1000. Making sense, guys?
Yes.
Understood?
Yes.
Okay, guys. So this is how, guys, we have finished now session 1. So,
This is Dinesh here.
yeah.
On the previous question, actually I need to put, let's say I have a value greater than 700, then I need to put a text. I mean, as of now, we are just adding fill color and border colors and symbols. But what if I need to add a text there?
You will add a text. You will go for formula
yeah.
and functions. That is not conditional formatting. You'll go for formula and functions.
Okay. Okay.
So we'll do that. We'll do that if time permits today. Otherwise, we'll do it next class.
Okay. Got it.
So guys, this is what I have done the session 1. Soon after we finish session 1, you have given some assignment here. Can you see this assignment, guys?
Yes.
You
Yes,
open
sir.
this assignment and try to finish as much as you can from this. So there is a test which is given on conditional formatting. The question 1, try to solve that. Go back to the home. There is a question on format cell. Do that. Click on the home. Come to the first. Then go on removing duplicates. There is a question is given removing duplicates. Do that. Come to the home. Like that, the question is given. The moment you complete, you just say completed. You can see it is coming green color. Right, guys?
Yes.
Do you understand how it is happened?
Yes, sir.
It is conditional formatting, right? Right. How to check that? Manage rules. Can you see all the condition which is given here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys.
Yes, sir.
So try to complete this, whatever is given over here as a theory, with session 1, and make sure that before coming to the next class, your session 1 is finished, and we are moving on to the next session, which is called session 2. In session 2, we'll have very important topic that has to be covered in terms of reading data from different files, how to get data from a CSV file, Excel file, text file, Access database file, SQL file, or connecting to any database server, how to go for exporting data to Excel to different format like .xls file, .xlsx file, .txt file, .csv file, .macro enabled file, binary file. We'll learn about importing and exporting in Excel. Then we'll do the basic chart part 1, which is bar chart, stacked bar chart, pie chart, donut chart, line chart, combo chart in the next class. Is that clear now, guys, to everyone?
All right.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I will just stop